Hey Taurus, welcome back. Here we are, last month of 2021. And let's talk about how you're feeling, because just trying to start this reading as soon as I stepped into your energy has been like uncomfortable. I'll just say it that way. It just feels, I feel uncomfortable. I feel like there's like, I need to be doing this, I need to be doing that. Everything else is trying to grab my attention. As soon as I start the video, something happens. Car alarm's going off outside. Someone's knocking my door. This is going on. It's like, I felt it. And there's this really strong, it's like you have so many other things going on, and we'll get into that. But like the frustration element right now is high. I know. We're very easily frustrated, very easily set off. Things that normally I think we could deal with, we're just having a really hard time with right now. It's like, what the hell? You know? Like, why is this happening? What's going on? Why doesn't anything feel right? But like, I'm going forth on my path here. I've been following this. So why doesn't it feel right? I feel like I'm doing everything I should be doing. But here's the thing. I'm getting the sense a lot of you are really frustrated. I mean, you're frustrated across the board. Let's just say that. We got frustrations at work. We got frustrations with relationship stuff, obviously, here. We got frustrations abound here. Frustrations with family. There's a really big, heavy element of fear as well that's kind of knocking about right now. And we have a lot of really big astrology that's going to be coming up in January. This month is, anyways, as you can already tell. Because I feel like that eclipse really hit you guys in a really heavy way. I think it really made us feel this lack of control in something that we should feel more controlled in. You know, why can't I seem to get this under my thumb? Why can't I seem to get them under my thumb? Usually this is really easy. Everybody else is coming to me. Everybody else like wants this. Everything else, like, it's like the thing that you want won't be there, but all this other random shit is. And it's like, come on. So again, there's like a lot of, because again, we have all this 8th house energy, and then we're gonna have it go into the 9th house. And that's a very, 8th house is a very weird place to be. And it has to do with death as well. With, you know, all this like kind of like more hidden enemies. You know, fear, change. I mean, less so, I would say less so hidden enemy. That's more like a 12th house thing, I consider it at least. But it's like very, it brings up a lot of fear. A lot of this stuff that you can't see. Because 8th house, I believe 8th house is also a hidden house. I'm not sure. It's either the 6th. I know the 12th is. I'm pretty sure the 6th might be. I think the 8th is, though. I'm not sure. It's either the 6th or the 8th. Correct me if I'm wrong, astrology people. But there's a lot of hidden stuff that's coming up this month. And the way we react to it is going to really set us for the year ahead, and set us for the, because there is good stuff that will be coming in. There is good energy. I can already feel, like, you feel it too. Let's just say that, like dip into that psychic part of you that you guys know that you have, because Tauruses are very in tune. We are one with the earth. We kind of, we know things that are going to happen before they're going to happen. And I think that Tauruses kind of get a different rap, or like that's just not really spoken about, but Tauruses are very in tune. And I know this because I would say that you guys are maybe, you and Cancers are probably the biggest groups that watch me. So sorry that my fridge is deciding to do this right now. But I hope you guys can't hear that. It's like being really weird and loud. But yeah, there's a very psychic element to your energy always. But especially so, I feel like when we dip into this more 8th house place in Sagittarius, where it's all about, you know, and Sagittarius is, I feel like it's a good place for you guys to have your 8th house in the first place, because it's very expansive. It's about philosophy. It's asking questions. It's learning. It's doing. It's, I'm going to point my arrow in this direction, and I'm going to do that for a while. I'm going to learn this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to learn more about this deeper, more, maybe even like, again, like occult stuff, or like religion, just your faith, your beliefs. What do you believe in? That has probably, you might even have issues with people trying to push that onto you in some respects this month as well. I just want to say, I don't know why I get that. I actually think that actually might have even, as a Taurus sun, that kind of happens to me sometimes, I feel like, or it has been this past year. And it's like, I think I can do my beliefs on my own. It's nice that you want to be a part of that, but I'm not really into this thing about authority right now. And that's really where we're at, because Uranus has been in our sign for a while, knocking around. So I feel like we have this also this really clear seeing of like, I don't fuck with bad authority. And for a lot of you, it might show up in work in a really poignant way, in a pattern. Like, why do I keep getting myself into these career situations and then I hate it? Why do I, always have the same type of boss? Why do I always seem to have the same type of situation come up at work that makes me want to get out immediately? Because for Taurus's work is really, our career and our work is very important to us. And when that is not comfortable, when that is not what we expected it to be, when that is not a beautiful place, because for us, we enjoy that. We want to work and we want to enjoy it. We want to love what we do. We want to, as fixed earth, it's so big in us and it's such a huge part of us. We don't want it to feel like we're working for the knife. But some of you might feel that way right now. And I think that there's a really big, expansive moment that you're going to have here where it's like, I'm now, instead of, putting up my defenses and getting angry and trying to blame it on this, that, the other thing, I'm going to look at maybe where I stand in this pattern. Why I'm always getting myself in a similar situation. It seems to come back up this month is something, I don't know, it just feels like it's coming back for you. It's like it feels the same. It's not the same. It's not the same place. It's not the same people, but it feels the same. I mean, for some of you, it could be the same place. And you're like, what else can you throw on me? Your expectations are too high. Your expectations are too high, and I've been putting up with this for too long. And it's time for you to understand that I don't get treated that way. I don't do that. That's not me. That's not where I'm doing, okay? So, okay, let's keep pulling some cards out here. So in terms of that, so we do have, again, 8th house is about other people's money. It's about money that's, borrowed, debts, things like that. And you might be thinking to yourself, what I'm doing right now is not only making me, maybe for some of you it is paying bills, but I feel like there's a feeling of like, I'm putting so much work in and I'm not really getting a reward. Something has got to give. We're juggling too many things. And for a lot of you, I feel like there's like, if you're doing side hustles, you're doing other work, you've got multiple jobs, things like that, it might be time for you to scale back and stop juggling so much and pick one. Okay? Pick one. Or find a better balance. There's a lot of confusing energy of like, what do I do? What do I choose? What am I gonna, I don't know. And I would say there's a lot of push for you to flip out at other people this month. We're gonna talk about relationships with others in a second. In terms of the astrology, but as well, but like, I just feel it for you guys. But right now, we're talking about career, we're talking about work, we're talking about career, we'll get to the other stuff. But 7 of Cups reverse, the Hermit, death. It's time to stop. This month, if you can put your focus in the right areas, you can figure so much out. Because the energy, yes, there's such this like building sense of fear. It's like, I feel something coming. Yes, there are things coming. Of course there are things coming. Big things are coming, yes. But why don't you prepare for it instead of freaking out, sitting in that fear and letting yourself be reactive. Being reactive is not going to get you where you want to get this month. And you want to get there by the end of the month because you want to prepare yourself for this next year and for all the things that are going to be coming at you in terms of just bad astrology, but also good things are coming in, and you're going to have to sift through. It doesn't feel that way right now. You're going to have to let this whole thing has got to pass because we're not feeling good at all right now. We're just not feeling, it's like, not that we're not feeling, but we're not feeling our usual Taurus self. We're like, I can't seem to get my feet in the ground. I can't seem to make this grow. I can't seem to get comfortable. I can't seem to get into that Empress place. And it's because it's like 7, you've got so much going on. We don't know what to do, what's wrong, what's going on here, what's going on there. There's confusion all around us right now. And people are throwing other types of their emotions and what they're going through at us too, because everybody's really in this really weird place right now. Every reading I've done for all of you guys has been like, whoa, we're all in a place right now. The energy is really high. We all are kind of like, what's actually, like, where am I actually at? What's going on? What's coming in? What is happening down the road? What am I supposed to be doing right now? I don't know. So I'm freaking out because I'm getting insecure. I'm filled with fear and we can't get to that place. So to get through that 7 of Cups, like, ooh, I don't know. What do I pick? What do I do? There's so many, like, I don't even know how to like start on one thing, because if I do that and I put all my energy into this path, and as a Taurus, I start going down it, how am I supposed to turn around and go down a different one? And when when it's not working, I can't just give up on things. Okay, but here's the thing. Uranus is in your sign, and it has been for a while, and we know that we can do that now. And we know that things are subject to change. Things are subject to a lot of upheaval and a lot of destabilizing energy. So I think that as Tauruses over the past few years, if you haven't gotten used to that destabilizing energy that seems to come in and do this and do that all the time, and make it feel very confusing and very weird, and like we don't know where we're going, we gotta be the bull with wings. I feel like I brought this up in many other readings for you guys for the past years, but you gotta be a flying bull. We can't be attached. It sucks. I know. I'm a ground person too. I don't like to be. Don't put me in the air. Don't pick me up. I don't want to be in a high place looking down. No, I don't. But I like to say I'm a ground person. Like, just leave me on the ground. But we've got to learn to roll with the punches, because Uranus in our sign throws punches. Okay. So time to take a step back like the Hermit does and get yourself into a little bit more of an isolated place. Get yourself into a place where you can look at these things from a deeper level and not to chase or run after things. I just feel like, especially in terms of love, okay, let's look at that. We're going to get there now. And again, I know that we saw the Death card there. I didn't really talk about it, but that is obviously transformation. This is the thing. Okay, you want to see some other side of the Death card. Okay. Let's finish the career stuff, because I feel like the love is boom, 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 like coming at me over here in the corner. So I think actually we might use my John Bauer deck with that. I kind of want to use 2 decks, I think. All right. Piece of career. Let's see. Oh my. Okay. All right. You're going to figure it out, okay? Don't worry. Answers are coming. Good things are coming. Don't run away from something too fast. A lot of you have this I don't know, actually. I don't want to say don't leave something, because I feel like, yeah. There's unknown changes that are coming to work. I don't really know. I think that we're going to figure some things out. I think that you have to look at your ability to stick for something for too long or too short in terms of work. Not giving it a chance and giving it a chance. Because 8 of Cups reversed there is, for some of you might be like thinking back to like, wow, I shouldn't have left that position, or you're thinking about back to like a place from years ago, or why did I do this? I should have looked into this more. And Judgment is there to be like, yes, you realizing this, noticing this, and you know, you clocking this whole situation the way that you're clocking it this month will, the first card out, that's why I was excited, because this one was actually before the 8 of Cups reversed and Judgment. Or actually, no, it wasn't. Why did I say that? This one came after them. I'm so sorry. I said that, but it's because I was holding it all backwards for you guys. But the Sun is there. And again, I love seeing that, because it goes from this whole thing of I don't want to figure this out. It's not my fault, and it has nothing to do with me. And this very stubborn, intractable, I don't want to let that go. It's being stubborn as a Taurus. There's no way I could have been on the wrong path. Me. As if it's okay to be on the wrong path sometimes. Fixed signs get so, they don't want to know when they've been doing something wrong. And it's okay. Because once you figure that out, you can just start doing it better and right and figure out the right way to do it, and you will. And the Sun is there as, yes, this moment of I just feel like the Sun is there this month, because after, what came after it is the 7 of Swords and then the Fool. Some of you might feel like a fool for some of this stuff. Like, oh, damn, like, I didn't even see that. I could just... But I don't even see it as that. I see it as more like you get that the sun is there to shine. Like, the clarity is coming this month. The clarity that you have been seeking will be here. You will get the pieces to the puzzle. It will come into place. You will understand what's going on in all situations. Don't worry. But especially so in work, I feel like there's like, you feel something coming that you don't even know. You feel it. You don't know what it is. You don't know what's coming in or how it's going to change things. But don't worry, it will be revealed. The Fool is there to give you a new beginning, a fresh start. I really feel that by the end of this month, it's going to feel like, wow, I just went through all of this and now here I am, like fresh, no baggage, ready for this new adventure. And that's really what we're trying to do here this month, is getting rid of the baggage, getting rid of especially our old behaviors. And we're going to talk about that because I think that's coming up a lot in love because of some cards that came out before I turned on the camera when I was shuffling, and I was like, okay, I see you. We also have, obviously, Venus is our ruler. Let's just talk for a second while we shuffle about love here. Let's move to the John Bever deck. But we have that, we have Venus going retrograde in Capricorn. In Capricorn, look at my little astrology notes over here for that, is your 9th house. And as we know, Pluto is also in the 9th house right now. So there's a lot of change in terms of your beliefs, or there has been. There definitely has been as well, like over the past year. I feel like, and especially anytime Capricorn is big, because we've had some big planets in Capricorn and stuff. But anyways, besides the point, I don't know why I'm going off on that tangent. But there's a lot of focus on, again, like career, spirituality, religion. So I guess, yes, beliefs, but like more in that sense, more in your attachment to those areas, your higher education, what you want to learn, what you want to do, what is part of your identity in those areas, really. And yeah, so that's going on. It's gonna be weird. Think back to what am I thinking? It was like January of 2013 through like March, April of like 2014. Go back to then and see where you were at in terms of relationships, what were you doing, what was going on in your life during that time? What happened? Because that was the last time Venus retrograded in Capricorn. So, okay, one at a time, please. One at a time. Okay, in terms of love this month for Taurus. I really like that. Okay. Like I said, there's good things. Don't freak out, okay? Sorry, hold on. I almost knocked over a whole nother deck. We're good, guys. It's gonna be fine. So, let's keep going. Again, there's the little things. All the little things this month are going to irritate the hell out of you. And they're going to push you, and you're going to get frustrated by this, and you're going to get frustrated by that, and it's going to make you, like, scream in the car, and scream here, and flip out there. But just make sure you're not doing that at other people, and that no one's around for that. Because we don't want to do that this month. There's this real push to, boom, like, get at other people. Tell them how you feel. Tell them what they did. Don't do that. Just don't do that. It's like, don't do that. We want to talk about how we're hurt. We want to talk about our feelings, where we've been hurt, how we're feeling is like sad. Okay, for a lot of you, I feel like you're in your feels, whether you're in a relationship or not. I just feel like there's a real general sense of like this month, and it's just like you can connect because you see them connecting there. They are talking. They're working through it. It doesn't really feel like it's a bad conversation, but it does feel like he is in a sad place and she's just, they're having a deep conversation there. So I feel like for some of you, it's these deep conversations that you really want to have about your feelings and about what you're looking for. And maybe for some of you, add a water sign, because again, King of Cups can be Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But regardless, I just see that as developed emotion. What we want very badly, very quickly is like, we're like, okay, I want a emotionally mature person. I'm ready for it now. And it's like, are you? I'm sure you are. I'm sure But also at the same time, don't like rush it in. It doesn't need to be rushed. It's coming on its own terms, in its own way. And you cannot impose your power on this free will. Oh, this is perfect. This is exactly what I was going to bring up. These cards are so, they just know it. Two of Pentacles reversed and Five of Swords reversed there. And what I see with that is this need, like I was saying, there's a relationship to power this month, and your relationship to power within relationship and your power in the relationship is really going to be put on full blast in your face. And you're going to be like, oh, do I need to run after this person? Like when something starts going well and you feel it like changing. You can like, because there is something I feel like that is changing this month. We'll pull more cards on it, but you have this thing where you need, like, you're like, okay, should I go at it now? Should I fight for it right now? Should I do that? Do I, like, if I don't, it's like, I'm going to get defeated. And the Two of Pentacles reversed as well is like, you feel like we can't just sit in the change. We can't just sit and let it happen. We can't just let it happen at its own pace. But let me tell you guys, it's happening at its own pace, and it's coming to you just fine. Four of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, something long-term, something stable. The Knight of Pentacles isn't that exciting. It's not a very like woo-woo energy, but it is long-term, it's stable, it's got legs and bricks, and it's a whole house. And I don't even know how we went from legs to that, but that's what happened because Sag is a Mercury, and it's like a Mercury retrograde. It's just not a good time. Anyways, for a lot of reasons, but we don't need to get into that right now. It's a sidebar. But Four of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles to me is just like, this is your general energy, and it's beautiful. Like where it's going, where you're at, like what you need to be doing is just like letting this happen in the long term. Plant your seeds, chill out, don't get at people, let things happen naturally. Let things happen naturally, please. Don't try to impose your energy on it. Because I don't know if it's just a fixed sign thing. I think it's more of a Taurus thing, personally, where we need to impose our power upon something. Okay, like, I want to make it happen, though. I can do it. It's already doing it. Like, you don't have to. Okay? Terms of love. Alright, let's see. If there's any third-party situations or people that you're interested in when you know you should be focusing on one person, just because I saw the Three of Cups pop up pop up reverse a second ago. I don't know. I'm waiting for more cards to come out though. But just don't fuck around, okay? Don't fuck around because you're frustrated this month. Don't fuck around. Don't do things like that. I don't think it's like the other person is, if that's what you're concerned about or something like that. I just think don't fuck around. And don't get too in your feels that you are overindulging in your vices. Okay? It's not going to help. You don't want to start the new year like that. I also think some friends might be unsupportive or like not really understanding of where you're at in terms of your love situation, because you might be not explaining it very well. And I do feel like some of you guys there's a lot of weird communication stuff going on, and by the end of the month, we will have Mercury going into shadow. Then we get to start the new year with like Mercury going retrograde. Great, right? Awesome. In Capricorn, well, Venus is in Capricorn retrograding. So it's like, great. Okay, great. Awesome. And yeah, I lost my train of thought there, but just don't, so I had, that was like a channel message thing, and I was like, now I've lost it, but yeah, if it comes back, it comes back. I guess sometimes that happens, like it comes through and then it's out, and if I don't finish it right then, there it goes, it's gone. Oh yes, friends not being supportive, that's what it was, it came back. Friends not, like, don't fuck with people like that. It's either you support your friend through thick and thin, and you can tell them what's what if you think that's okay, but like when they're bothering you, like when they're bringing you down about things that maybe you're excited about, that they don't understand like why you feel that way about whatever it might be. It's like, just tell, I don't know, I would be like, either like, hey, like this is not how I need to be treated right now. I need your support, I need your care. I need you to support me, because if this makes me happy and this is what I want to do, either support me or like fuck off, because I do that for you. I mean, hey, we always do tell people what we think, and maybe that's what they're doing too, but it's like sometimes it's like, hey, that's not necessary. Don't be afraid to say that this month, but do say it kindly. Do be almost silent about it, is what I would say. Don't try to manipulate the love situation. Oh my God, don't do that, okay? Don't try to do it. Because when I get the Magician reverse, it's like, well, if I just do this, or if I can do this, or if I could, don't try to get in through the back doors. don't try to do that, okay? All right. Ooh, I don't hate that though. Okay. I'm still looking, sorry. These cards are so slippery. Ah, interesting. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna spread these out a little. I will say this, if you are trying to bring somebody in, or if you are in this reconciliation stage and you're wanting it to be faster, no. Just no. Just no. Have some patience. And it's weird because I feel like Taurus is like, I feel like you kind of just like at this energy level where you're like, I'm done with my patience right now. Like, it's gone. Like, I don't have it. I don't know what happened to it, but it's gone. Like, I'm out. I've been too patient for too long and I'm getting irritated. And I get that, okay? I really do get that. I get it. But the other person is seeing, you need to be giving off this energy right now. So find your Empress energy, find your ability to sit, to manifest, to be quiet, to be wise, to be happy. All that Empress, Hierophant energy, like just sit in that and manifest positively, knowing that whatever it is coming, okay? It's gonna happen. It's fine. You're gonna be fine. It's just there's a lot of fear energy knocking around right now, and it's like really making you feel insecure. Don't be insecure. Give off this energy. 9 of Pentacles. You got to be like her. Look at her. She's in her fancy dress with her fancy weird bird in her garden of, it looks like pearls or something. I don't know. They're probably just little white flowers, but she's chilling and she looks amazing and she's obviously got money. It's a fancy bird. It's a fancy hat. It's a fancy dress. Do these things for yourself. Get into that 9 of Pentacles, grounded, really earthy, really beautiful, really solid energy. Get into that energy and stay there and manifest from that place. Build yourself up and don't really worry about everything else. People are going to come at you from all directions this month. Choose the right ones. Like I said, don't involve yourself with people who are, I just feel like there's a lot of people trying to slide into the DMs, trying to do this, trying to do that. And it's like, I don't understand. I'm trying to put out this energy for this one situation or this one person or my partner here to work on things there, and I'm just getting this and this and this and like, what the hell's going on? I don't need this right now. It's too busy. People are feeling desperate and fearful and weird, and don't be afraid to block people this month, okay, Taurus? That's what I'm going to say. Because again, things are changing beautifully, and that person is coming back. They're coming back because you, I mean, it's difficult because like the way, okay, I'm just going to hold it the way that I see it so that it looks right. I know that it's going to look backwards for you guys, but it's 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the 9 of Pentacles. And to me, it feels like he's crossing that bridge. You will get communication from somebody that you probably have been in separation from, maybe even physical separation from for a long time. It's like either maybe you might even see each other, but because again, we get 9 of Pentacles, which is very physical, because it is Pentacles, so you might. But what it is, regardless, is there's this newer, and it just feels like they're coming back with a new message and a desire for change and a desire for maybe even a new beginning, because the Wheel of Fortune is there. There's a change in a relationship that feels like it's coming back from the dead. And maybe for some of you it isn't even love, but I think for those of you in like relationships, marriages, there's gonna be a real renewal and a change in both of you. And it's like you yourself need to realize, like, as a Taurus, it's hard for us to do the changing, and life changes are hard. But you know what, again, Uranus is in our sign. Use that energy to be okay in this destabilized environment and to restabilize yourself in a better place. Don't get reactive, especially when you feel things aren't happening in your control and on your time this month, because they're happening. But you gotta let the energy do its thing right now, because there's really no fighting it. There's just no fighting it, okay? I promise you, like, there's just, this month, just don't even try messing with energy. All right, I'm gonna finish it out. Find your passion, find your fire, find your voice. Okay? And I got this. Let's pull a couple out here. Oh, I knew it. Well, I mean, I don't know. I was hoping. I mean, you can only hope for cards like this to come out to kind of finish your month and let you know where you're going. Have self-discipline, though. First, let's look at the Strength card, because this card is so beautiful. John Bauer is just an incredible artist. I love his art. If you were liking this deck, this is the John Bauer Tarot. And this is actually on the cover here. It's so lovely. It's so lovely. That's the Knight of Cups. Isn't it just gorgeous, though? That bear is huge and she's so tiny, and she could be afraid of it, but she's developed trust and faith in these difficult times and in these things that maybe she cannot control, but can only be at peace with. Be in that continuous, what is that thing called? Infinity, whatever, flow. I can't speak. But it's gorgeous. Be strong. Find your strength again. And it sounds so silly because, you know, the card is strength, but it's a card of self-discipline and self-mastery. Master your emotions. Master that aspect of you that wants to, you know, run at these red flags as like a bull does, but we cannot this month. We have to sit and be wise and be patient and be quiet. When we want to scream. Go in your car and scream. Go for a run. Get it out physically, okay? But there you have the Ten of Cups. And that's gorgeous. So know that this is what is coming in. You're going to have such good... Life is going to get so beautiful, I think, throughout January. I mean, yes, it's going to be a hard time as well. The astrology is going to be crazy, but I do think it's also very conducive, all this kind of destabilized energy, to unearth all these things that we needed to work through, see, and deal with so that we could have this. Because this is what we wanted in a relationship, and I do think that we're going to get that this month. Or maybe not even this month. I feel it's more like 2022 because there's so many cards about patience and waiting. But long-term things are on the horizon. The real deal's on the horizon. Love is coming. Love is here. Find your love within your found family, your friends, your actual family this month. And just know that love is everywhere. And the more you tap into that kind of abundant energy, that flowing in and out, that giving and receiving energy, you are bringing that back to you. Oh my gosh, I'm like resting my arm on my knee, sorry. But we're bringing that right back to you. And this is so lovely. They're sitting on a horse. Like, she's like some obviously forest fairy lady, and she's marrying this like prince, it looks like, or something. And there's this beautiful bird. It just feels lovey and beautiful, like the end of a love story. They're riding off after their wedding, okay? So it's gorgeous. Beautiful energies here. It's coming. I know it's difficult right now, but you've got to find your Taurian way to deal with the energy as best you can. Find your space of peace and go there as often as you can to get through this, okay? This is a lot this month. Surprised the Tower didn't come up. I was kind of expecting it to, this energy, but judgment is there. So again, a lot of things are probably going to come back for you to be reviewed. Maybe even people from the past, things you didn't think you were going to hear from or hoping you wouldn't hear from, things you maybe wanted to hear from, people you wanted to hear from. And it's all coming up. Oh my gosh, my hair is crazy now. I'm going to have to fix this. But anyway, Taurus, love you so much. If you want to book a reading, please email me before. I'm getting pretty booked right now. And do subscribe if you haven't. Do give me a like, leave me a comment, guys. I want to know what you've been up to. How is this month going through? How is that eclipse? We're going to get a full moon in Gemini on the 18th, 19th. I think it's on the 18th. And that's going to be really closing out the nodes in Gemini and Sag. So, all right. Love you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of December. Bye.